As many of you know, Matt and Angela met each other at Rice University over 10 years ago. Matt, an introvert, more likely to be in bed at 9 p.m. than at a party, and with a very strong sense of what it meant to be punctual. Angela, on the other hand, the extrovert, the night owl, and with a more loose definition of what on time means. It was almost 4 years later when I first realized that we might be here today. Matt and Angela were still just friends at the time, but fate had conspired to put them in the same state finally again. Angela was interning for the Detroit Pistons, and Matt was in medical school in Michigan.
This is a common theme in Angela's life. I think she has a unique gift for making friends with people, whether they want to be friends or not. Angela is a force of nature, like a tornado of extroversion, if you will. And like natural disasters, she has a way of bringing people together.
Angela and Matt, in October of 2019, you committed yourselves to each other through legal marriage and sacramental vows before God and the church. Today, you reaffirm these commitments with vows you have chosen to write and tailor to your unique relationship.
In Asian culture, we believe that you are not an individual in a moment of time in history, that you are a continuation of the goodwill of your ancestors, and you are the beginning of the good fortune of your future generations. And that's why the tea ceremony is important today.
Let me tell you about the first time I met Angela Guo. This one girl who in every single session, without fail, would be the volunteer. And they would say, okay, so like, what do you think you want to do? And she would be like, well, I'm not so sure what I want to do. I think I want to be in music. I think I want to be in art, but maybe I want to do something in policy, maybe something in history. Maybe I want to be a lawyer, but I'm not sure. And then she also has this way of winning people over in going on these odd field trips that you don't expect you're going to go on, but she somehow wins you over.
Typical to what Veronica was saying, Angela's pretty adventuresome when it comes to food. And so our lunch was at Fertito Batatos. And that's inspired Cuban street food. It was an awesome meal. I got home and said, Jeannie, Angela's pretty special.
When I first met Matt, I can't deny that I was surprised at how different he is to Angela. Matt generally tends to be a calm, collected guy who speaks wisely. Another thing, Angela has a bad habit of doing things last minute. Matt likes to plan everything out very methodically, in contrast.
As Matt's older brother, I've been around his entire life and like to think that I've had an impact in his life somehow, but really he's impacted mine the most. I've had the privilege of watching him grow into the best man I know, aside from our dad. Before Angela was even in the picture, in the summer of 2011, our family was in New York City. I'll always remember that Dan said, there's no question that Matt's gonna have the hottest wife of the three of us. In addition to being beautiful, you're the most outgoing, fun, kind-hearted person I know, in everything I could ever ask for in a sister and the perfect wife for my brother.
I'm Michael Guo, FOB of this event. In the past few years, I have attended several family and friends' weddings. I always consider myself as a tough guy, but but every single time, no matter in whatever setting, I could not help but get very emotional when I see a father and a daughter walk down to the aisle.
Matt, for as long as I have known you, you have always been a patient man. Not just because you didn't rush our love story, or because you put up with our long-distance relationship like a champ. On the contrary, your patience is best exhibited by how I'm late for almost everything, and you still showed up to our wedding for the third time.
Gorgeous. Side to side. Be careful. Like, ta-da! Oh my.
My dearest Angela, it's hard to believe it's been over a decade since we met at Rice. And my life has been so much fuller since you've become a part of it.
But there were some things that I figured out about Matt pretty quickly. The first being that he's brilliant, and the second being that he's very much a morning person. You always dedicate your time and considerable talents to others in big ways and small ways just because it's the right thing to do. And it's something I admire so much.
In you, I've found my best friend, my better half, my partner in crime, my dinner date, my music festival buddy, the love of my life.
Oh, you're so pretty. And what's really pretty? It's very you.
Love you.
I love you too.
As we stand here today, before family, before friends, before God, I promise to always be there for you, to laugh with you, to celebrate with you, to cry with you, and yes, even get bubble tea with you. I vow to be by your side, wherever life takes us, to support you in all your endeavors.
But as my networking attempts grew into a genuine friendship, I wanted to be careful because you were the type of person that someone dates to marry, and I was right. I'm just profoundly lucky that the person you've chosen to marry is me. I promise to never make you feel alone, from the best days of our lives like today, to the days we must face the grief and loss that we will inevitably encounter in life. I promise to always provide a little bit of adventure in our corner of the universe. And I promise that when you can finally sign up for AARP and enjoy the many benefits that you're always looking forward to in retirement, I will be sitting across from you for dinner at 4 p.m. And every moment from now until then will be a joy because I will be sharing them all with you.
You truly are an incredible person, Angela, and you deserve nothing but the best. And now, I vow to spend every day working to live up to that high expectation. I love you.
I love you too.
Commitment with a kiss.